Hello friends, Jai Shri Ram. If you also want to buy a robotic vacuum cleaner come mopper, then this video is just for you. I've gone through an extensive research. I've searched almost every RoboVac in India, and finally I settled down for Narwal X Ultra. Narwal, don't be fooled by its name, it is also a Chinese company. There are actually three Chinese companies which have completely monopolized this RoboVac market. One is Narwal, of course, another is this uh, EcoVac, and the third one is Dream E. All these three are Chinese companies. There are two other alternatives also, like there is Agaro company, which is an Indian company, but I tried it. I didn't like the quality of material. I didn't like the quality of software. So basically, the product quality was not all that good. These three Chinese companies, although they are Chinese, they make really good quality products. And I hate to promote the Chinese companies. There's not a paid video, and you know that I've never promoted any Chinese product. But unfortunately, if the Indian products are so bad in quality, like the Garo one, I had to go for the Chinese one. The Agaro one is so bad that there is this bumper that every rover has, right? So its bumper used to stick. There are two pins over here, and the pins indicate whether it has struck from this side or this side or from the center. So that pin used to stick inside. So I had to hit the bumper again and then ask it to continue its job. So I had to chase that rover so much, and it was the first day. So definitely I returned that product. A Narwhal, on the other hand, I've been using since last one day, one and a half days, and it is working really well. It did not stop even once, and it has even gone to my balcony. It has leaped over the this tracks that you have. So it even leaps forward and it does not get stuck anywhere. It goes around the obstacles. So overall, obstacle avoidance, I loved it. Quality of material is really good, and overall, I liked it. And of course, this is not a paid video. I'm openly saying that these three companies have monopolized the market. So had this been a sponsored video, they would never have asked me to say this. Another thing is that, speaking of monopoly, you cannot buy this from any local market. I tried a lot. I tried Tata Click, Tata. There is one more Tata Chroma, yeah. Then Reliance Digital. I tried almost every Indian store. I tried Vijay Electronics, but I did not get RoboVacs of good quality in the local market. I even tried Flipkart. Flipkart used to be an Indian company. Now it is an American company owned by Walmart. So I said, okay, even let's go for Flipkart. But I did not find any good RoboCops on RoboVops Vacs on Flipkart as well. So speaking of monopoly, Amazon has also monopolized the retail market of RoboVacs. So if you have to buy a RoboVac, then you have to purchase it from Amazon and from one of these three Chinese companies. Now, which model will you like to purchase? So models come at various prices, and with the price difference, there is feature difference. So some models are only this rover. It does not come with this dock. They cost you around 18,000 rupees to 25,000 rupees. Okay. Now, even in this rover also, some of them have IR sensors. This one has LiDAR. So LiDAR is supposed to be better. It maps your rooms better. LiDAR means what? Just like you have radar. In radar, there is waves that are transmitted, and when they reflect back from another object, the system is able to find out that what is the obstacle and how big is that object and all. Especially radar is used to sense fighter aircrafts of the enemy. So radar uses waves. Similarly, this LiDAR uses laser beams. Okay, so when it runs, you will often be able to see some reddish light. It is IR actually, but LiDAR also uses similar lasers. Okay, so lasers are emitted and they are received, and accordingly it creates an image, and then it rotates it like this. There is a rotary transmitter receiver. So this way it gets a 360-degree view of our room, and this is how it sees us. Other than that, it also has IR sensor over here, which is used for obstacle avoidance, and it also has this side lidar. So one rotary lidar, this is side lidar. So this is used because if it wants to go around some obstacle like this, suppose it has to go around this obstacle, then it goes like this. So it keeps itself at a proper distance from the obstacle, at some distance from the obstacle. To maintain that proper distance, it has this particular side lidar. It does not have it on the other side because it always takes a right turn. It never takes a left turn. So this one is a right winger, you can say. It's a right winger. It always takes a right turn. Another thing is that, see, this is how it is now. Only this machine of any company would cost you around 18,000 to 25,000. Now, depending upon how much you want to give, if it is 35,000 only rover, then probably it will have very good suction. But otherwise, for good suction, you should be going for a higher budget. But even in these rovers, you will get a suction power of 5,000 pascals. So what is 1 Pascal? 1 Pascal is 9.8 atmospheres pressure. So Pascal is a unit of measure for air pressure. So it's a vacuum after all. It's a vacuum cleaner, right? So how much is the pressure of that vacuum? That is measured in pascals. So this machine has 8.2 kilopascals vacuum. That means 8,200 pascals. Means almost 8,200 atmospheres. Actually, it's 9.8, so it will be a little lesser than that, but just to give you an idea. Okay, now, other than this, now if you don't want the rover alone, that kind of a configuration you don't want, then you can go with the rover cum dock. What is the advantage of dock? So this thing has a dustbin inside it, so that dustbin will get emptied into the dock. This model does not do it, but other models do it. And then if there is mop over here, then it will clean the mops and all using some clean water, and it will also, I mean, here also we have clean water over here. It cleans the mops, and that dirty water is stored in this compartment. As you can see, this is pretty dirty, and this is clean water. Okay, docks also have this kind of detergents which can be dispensed. Okay, now these detergents are proprietary. You have to purchase from the same model, same company like Narwal, but we are Jugadu people, so I'll tell you what to do. Just cut a hole over here and put your Dettol or whichever other detergent you want. Okay, otherwise, even better thing is that ask the machine not to use the detergent, and in the clean water itself you add Dettol, Lysol, whatever you like. Okay, so there are workarounds, but this is the advantage of having a dock. But advantages are also in the rover. So some rovers give you a flat mop. So this is a flat, I mean, in some rovers you get a flat mop, but in some other rovers you get a rotary mop like this one. So if you rotate them, they rotate like this, and they don't leave any space in between them, and that's why there is no space left while mopping. Very nicely done. And this is a proprietary thing of Narwal. Narwal uses this kind of triangular brushes, and it says that this leaves no space during the mopping. And see, the orientation is a little different, and that's what plays the whole magic. Also, there are a variety of brushes. So Narwal boasts that this brush is absolutely tangle free. So basically, when it runs for vacuuming, what it does is vacuum cleaner is running here. So vacuum cleaner's inlet is over here. So it is sucking air from here. And this brush keeps on rotating, picking up all the debris. If the debris has pet hair or human hair, then automatically they get transferred towards this end, because this end is loose, and given the orientation of the the slopes given over here, so all that dirt gets collected in this direction. And over here you have that hole from where that vacuum is happening, so all that hair gets collected in the dustbin. So again, I mean, every rover will give you something or the other. Some rovers have a cutter over here which will cut your hair on the runtime, but I personally feel that cutter will also be consuming electricity, and more the moving body parts, more is the maintenance. Maybe it may go wrong someday, you'll have to replace that. So I've always like simple solutions. This is a very simple solution, and the solution is within the design itself. Very good. Now, some rovers also give you these. These are again IR transmitter and receiver. So these are what? These are height indicators. So basically, these sensors tell it. See, it is active also. So now it knows that it is upside down because. I mean, this must be telling it. So basically, the rover never goes in this direction. The rover goes only in this direction. So in this direction, or this direction. So whichever direction it is moving in, before moving, it checks whether there is a cliff and is it going to fall down. So if it is going to fall down, here also you'll see the light, by the way. So that is this IR sensor. So everything is IR only, infrared only. The advantage of infrared is that it can work in night, so it does not need to shine a light in your room, especially while you're sleeping, and that's why this IR is usually used. Okay, so these sensors tell it whether there is a cliff and it does not fall. There's one more sensor over here which is called as carpet sensor, or you can say the floor sensor. So it determines whether it is hard floor or carpet based on this particular sensor. Besides that, some rovers have only one side brush, some have two. This one has two. So how does it work? Let me tell you. Let me put that back into place. Is it set? Yeah, and the brush, please go there. Yeah, those brushes come in the way all the time, man. Yeah. Now, the thing about this is, suppose it is moving in this direction, okay, and it is moving across an edge. So always this brush will be moving faster, and this brush will just be doing a formality. It will be moving very slowly. This is moving fast because there are heavy chances that debris will be on the side, and then after going a long distance, it will turn like this. Now when it turns, now this brush will be faster and this brush will be slower. So always it picks one side, and that side's brush is always faster, no matter how is the orientation. So when it is oriented like this, its right brush will be moving faster, and when it is oriented like this and going in this direction, then its left brush will be moving faster. So this is what Narwhal does. Many other rovers have only one brush, the right brush, and they always all the rovers are always right wingers, they clean from the right side. So whenever they are chasing any edge, they will do it on the right side. But I personally like the way Narwhal works, because when you flip and go in the reverse direction, then the other side should be using the brush more frequently and more nicely. Okay, so I liked this thing also about Narwhal. All the rovers have this kind of wheels. So these wheels basically make it move forward, or sometimes backwards also, but it never goes backwards. Sorry, it always goes forward. Now the thing is, they have this kind of a spring. What is that spring used for? It is used to lift the rover if it needs to be lifted. Okay, so it can lift itself up to 2 centimeters. So अगर आपका उम्बरठा है तो उम्बरठा को वो क्रॉस कर सकता है if it is less than 2 centimeter. I'll also give you a tip of how to make it cross the umberta of balcony and make it go into the balcony. So you have to create a little slope, and it does climb nicely. Okay, I think I have explained everything. And this is the bumper. As I told you, there are 2 pins on both the sides, and both the pins are basically pressing a button. So if a push button on this side gets pushed, that means there is an obstacle on this side and it has hit something on this side. If this button gets pushed, then that means there's an obstacle on this side, and if both of them get pushed, that means there is an obstacle in front. So if it is not able to see you in spite of these 3 sensors, then this is the bumper. Finally, it's able to see it from here. Got the idea? Because there might be some shadow area. Maybe I have a very narrow thing like this and it is hurting it. So instead of the entire machine getting hurted, there's a bumper. This is how it works. Because besides these two are the buttons, I like the way Narwhal has designed them. It looks like a single button, but actually these are two different buttons. This is on off button and this is home button. So if I press home, it goes back and um, goes into its home, which is this thing. It's it looks like a dog home actually. So just like you don't uh, put your dog inside the home, you ask it to go in the home, right? And you don't pull it out, you ask it to come out. Similarly, in this also, you should ask it to go inside and ask it to come forward. Okay, now you will notice that after logging over here, if I ask it
recall completed
to do any work, for example, if I just ask it, see here's a touch panel also, only Narwhal gives it, no other brand gives it. I can ask it to go out and come in using this button. Then this is the AI. I can make the AI turn on or off. I can ask it to wash its mop. So now it is washing the mop.
mop washing started
Okay, I can stop
task
any action.
Task paused.
I can ask it to terminate any task. So task terminated, long press. Okay, so this is for any task: start, pause, stop. This is for washing the mop. So whenever it washes the mops, it takes clean water from this side, as you know, cleans it and puts the dark water, black water, bad water over here. Okay, and while doing it, it also rotates the mops, and there is a tray over here having some um, indentations. So due to that indulations, so due to that, what happens? The mops get cleaned very well. And after cleaning them, it also air dries them using hot air up to 70 degrees Celsius. So that is also something that only Narwhal does, and a few other brands do. I think Dreamy also does that. So this is how it is. So overall, I'll tell you, this is how any rover or any RoboVac is. Now you have to decide upon your budget. If you have a budget of around 25 to 35,000, then only rover is suitable for you. Rover does vacuuming as well as mopping, but the mopping will be using a stationary mop. The mop won't move. Usually whenever they sell rover only, they give stationary mops only, because if they are rotary mops, then you have to clean them, and usually they don't expect the user to clean them. But quite contradictorily, they expect the user to clean the stationary mop. So I don't understand why they don't give rotary mops. Probably it is the cost constraint or something. So up to 25 to 35,000, you will get only that rover, and it will have a stationary mop. If your budget is a little higher, like 60,000 or 70,000, you'll get a machine like this, which has a dock, the rotary this thing, mops, and the mops will also get cleaned, air dried, and everything. There will be one fresh water, dark water, everything is there, and there will be a nice indication to you. If that dark water increases beyond the limit, it's going to tell me that please remove that dark water and make it empty. It will tell me everything. Okay, so this is a 70,000 budget machine. Now if you increase your budget to more than 90,000, maybe 95,000, then you will get Dreamy X40. Dreamy X40 has many more features. For example, when it is moving like this, now let me ask it to come out. Come out, please.
Exit.
Now, if I ask it to clean the edge, or in general also, if I ask it to clean the room or clean the house, then it will start with the edge first.
Exit completed.
Now, while it is at the edge, this machine is only going to use this, what is it called? One hand. Okay, I'll ask it to clean something so that you get an idea. I'll ask it to clean this room only. so that you get an idea. So I just have to select the room and I have to say start.
Brio Smart Vacuuming started.
Okay, so it will start from any one point and it will always start it from the edge. While it is cleaning, you can increase the fan speed. See here, the fan speed is normal. I can increase it, means the vacuuming speed or intensity of vacuuming. I can increase it to super powerful, and see, the sound is not too much. See, the sound is not too much. If I can talk and you can listen to it, then listen to me. That means the sound is not too much. See, now this is the thing I told you about. This one is running very fast, this one is running very slowly. It identifies the carpet automatically, and it has lifted the mops up. It never mops the carpet, because your carpet should not become soggy, so it should not become wet. That's why. See, it will only vacuum this part. It tried to climb up that side because I mean, it's the machine, you know, it will always try to do something for you. But then after a few tries, if it cannot go there, then it will stop chasing it. It's a very good thing. Many vacuum cleaners don't have this facility. And see, if you're sitting here, you feel that air is actually blowing out from here. So basically air enters from bottom, and air gets out from here, and that is how the vacuum cleaner works. So I can feel a lot of air here. So I can tell that the suction power is really good, and it takes a lot of time on carpet. I sometimes feel that narwhal should not spend so much of time on carpet. See, now it is you know, covering one spot for so long. I don't know what happens to it, but it takes a very long time cleaning the carpets. And this is not even a big carpet here. It's such a small carpet, and it's not even very hairy. So come on, move on. It will take about a minute or two just on that little spot. Okay, now one thing that I already told you is these are stationary and they are not touching. So after it moves out, I'll tell you that, see, this is not wet. I can feel it, this is not wet, and it's a very good thing. Now it will move on. Once the carpet is done, it will cover the edge of the carpet. Don't sit on another spot here. Thank God it has moved on. Carpet is the only problematic thing here. I mean, it's not even a problematic thing, but it takes 2 minutes on every carpet, and I don't like it to spend so much of time on carpets. Then it chases the edge, as I told you. Okay, now it will go inside. So always try to have a furniture in such a way that the rover can go under the furniture, or there is no dust accumulating anywhere. So either you take a cot which has storage space and everything, and there is no scope for the dirt to enter, or otherwise take beds like me. Okay, now it has covered all the edges. Here also, see, I have raised my furniture using this kind of stands. So 4 stands come for 600 rupees. I'll leave a link in the description. Now if I don't want to, okay, let me show you one room properly. So now the edge is complete, right? Now it comes to the center, and now it goes zigzag. Okay, so now it is going zigzag. See, so if you realize, there are 2 mops, right? So 2 lines are drawn, you can say. So this line, it while rotating, it repeats this line, so that you know, there is no spot left. Oh, it is not mopping at all. Wait a minute. Probably the setting that I have is like this. So I can always set the setting accordingly, that, see, don't just vacuum. Oh, I had asked it to only vacuum. So maybe I'll stop this task. So I'll say long press to end the task.
Task ended.
When I end it, it will go back um, to the dock. I can give it another task also. I can see all this is my home page. So how do you add a new device? So you just click this plus and you'll be able to add a new device. I'll do one thing. I'll start recording on the phone so that I can show you that screen. Yeah, so as you can see, there are 4 models out of which I can choose whichever model I have, and then I can go next, so it gets connected. I have already connected this model. For connecting the model, you need to be on Wi-Fi 2.4 gigahertz. Okay, this is 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. If you are on 5 gigahertz, then it gets disconnected. So let me try. See, I'm connecting to 5 gigahertz. See what happens. Now if I go here, it says phone network is not connected, please check that. Okay, robot is not connected or phone is not connected. So basically what you need to do is you need to go back and connect to a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, then only it works. Okay, now once this is done, now I can give it instructions. See, now phone not connected won't come. It will say, yeah, now robot is outside, that is okay. I can always recall it, make it go into its house. I can also once you go inside this device, here map is already created. If you don't have a map, then you can create your own map. So you go here, map management, maybe create a new secondary map, and within 6 minutes or so it will roam about in all your rooms and it will create this map. The map is pretty good, it is pretty detailed, and it also tells you that, for example, in this room there is a rug over here, there's a carpet. So here if I just zoom in, you will see that there is a carpet over here. It is this carpet. Got the idea? So it highlights everything. Again, the map also, you can show this map in 3D as well. So you can always go to this map button, and here you can see it in 3D. It also shows you furniture if you want, and for everything you can select how do you want, what is the default setting. So vacuuming is by default setting. It can be vacuum and mop also, so that's what you can do. And these are all the settings. So this button opens all the settings about the house, the dock. So you can wash and dry the mops, you can dust canister disinfection. So dust canister means it's the tray that actually cleans that mops. So you can disinfect that as well to remove the bacteria. Accessories means all the things that you want to order. You can also see the life of these accessories over here. Like my roller brush is going to expire after 300 hours, and I can even ask for a replacement. Sorry, how to maintain it and how to replace it, that is how it is. And I can ask for I can reset that countdown as well. For a replacement, I cannot place an order right away, but Amazon is always there. You can always place an order on Amazon and it will come. Okay, what else? I think I have explained these 2 buttons to you, the map button and this dog button. Other than that, you can schedule that, I always want this to run at a certain time of certain day, and how do you want to run it. So do you want to cover all these rooms or only a room or the other, just 2 rooms? You can say vacuum it. How do you want to vacuum it? So what should be the intensity? So here you can select vacuuming and mopping, or what is this? Okay, I cannot read it, but it is vacuum and mopping. This is only vacuuming, I guess. This is only mopping, and this is something like that it is. Then mopping cycles, how many times do you want to mop? What should be the humidity? How much water do you want it to use? How much, means how do you want to cover it? Standard or meticulously you want to cover it? All that you can select from here. Okay. So I have kept only one shortcut, and this is the default shortcut that it had only created for me. So I'll work as per that. And that shortcut is the same as this one. See, if you go over here, whatever you select over here, that is your shortcut. So this becomes that shortcut now. Now if I just say play, then it vacuums and mops the entire house. Now if I wanted to mop only my balcony, I'll click the balcony and I'll say vacuum and mop. So let us see.
Smart vacuum and mop started.
Let us see whether it goes till the balcony. So first of all, it has to mop, and that's why it will first clean its mop. It will clean its mop. It takes 1 or 2 minutes, and then it will I think air dry it, and once again it will wet it, and then it will start mopping. So it does a lot of cleanliness. And now probably it will tell me that dark waters bin is full, kindly empty it or fill in the fresh water. It'll say something probably, or if it doesn't, then it's a very good thing. Now what I've asked it to do is clean the balcony. So where is my balcony? I'll tell you. My balcony is over here, and I have created this small little ramp at home using thermocol, and it can climb up from this side to that side, and vice versa as well. So the way I did it is, this is styrofoam, so I have stuck it using Fevicol, stuck it to the ground as well as to each other using Fevicol. And this I haven't stuck, but I've just kept it in such a way that it sticks and it does not blow away by the wind. Now the advantage of this is that, suppose I want to close the windows because I'm going outside, so I can always take this out and I can close the windows. This thing stays there, and that thing also stays. There's another ramp over here as well. And to ease the climb, I have also kept a carpet over here, so that the climb is not very steep, or due to the constant pressure on these, they should not come out, right? So these are delicate after all. So I'm just keeping a carpet on top of this. So these are a few tips and tricks that you can always apply. I hope it has washed the mops. Now it should be coming. See, it is coming. Let it come and let me show you how it climbs up nicely and goes into the balcony to clean it. It does not require light, but you require light to see it. That's why I'm putting it on. It does not require light. And any modern rover does not require light. See, very easily it has climbed up. What happened? You don't have to start cleaning here, buddy. Go outside. I don't know what it is thinking. I said balcony, huh? Is it not willing to climb or anything? I don't know, but it does go outside, believe me. It never does that. It never does that. It literally never does that. Yeah, it usually goes just like that. It's just acting up in front of people, you know. So I can get my balcony cleaned nicely. Okay, there's no problem. So I'll do one thing to mitigate this kind of situations. I'll keep it on both the sides so that it can climb up from this side as well as that side. Okay, so it cleans everything. Now I can cancel that, and I can ask it to return to the base location. So I'll say pause it and long press this to cancel the task.
Task ended.
Whenever a task ends, it has to go back to the dock, and it has to dock itself. Come on, return to the base. Come on, boy. Okay, if it doesn't, oh yeah, I have to press this button as well. Then do you want to recall it to the base? I'll say yes, please.
Recall.
Recall. Now it should go back. Okay, now it should climb up well. I kept this thing open here. It gets so much of scope sometimes, you know. I did not open it for you. Go find your own way. You were on the right track here. Come on. Try. So it keeps trying a couple of times, and if it still cannot, then it will ask you for help. It will say that the rover is stuck. I cannot move. Can you please lift it up, put it in the right place, and reinitiate the task? Okay. So here it is. It is returning to the base location. While it is going to a base location, let me also tell you that you should be using this kind of way to lift your furniture so that it can go under your furniture. Another point to remember is that the gap between these two should be at least more than the diameter of your rover. So diameter of your rover is usually like 1.5 feet. So if the gap is not more, then it cannot get into it. Here the gap is not more. So that is why this last part will never get cleaned. And I cannot help it, but I'm just letting you know that these are a few considerations that you should have. Also, here the gap was really very small, and the gap here as well as the gap here was very small. So I use this plywood. It is Century ply. It is very good. So even if it gets wet, it is not going to rot. I'm sure about it, and that's why I've used it. And it rests on these stands, and there's a lot of space over here. So let us do this now. I'll ask it to clean this particular part, and you'll come to know how it cleans it. So here is my phone. I'll ask it to clean the passage, or I can say that clean only a small part of the passage. So I'll go to map and main map. Oh, sorry, not here. I'm also new to this, so yeah, instead of room, I'll say zone, and I can select any zone that I want. So if this zone is not appearing, then you can always press this button so that the zone appears, and I can select this particular part where this machine is. Okay, and let me maybe expand it a bit so that you're able to see how it cleans this part as well. This is also an important part. Let me expand it completely and say okay, and then I'll have to press this play button so that
Brio Smart Vacuum and
it cleans that
Mop
patch. Okay, again it will wipe the mop and everything, and then it will come there, so it will take 2 minutes. As long as this thing is working, let me tell you a few things about this application. This application, it is working in background, so it will always keep telling you what it is doing. 100% battery is there. Washing the mop, you can pause it at any time, you can resume it at any time. Yeah, you can resume it again.
Task resumed.
Okay, and list of shortcuts. So there's only one shortcut, as I told you, which is vacuum and mop the entire house. You can create more shortcuts, like I can make a shortcut for cleaning just my bedroom or just the balcony, something like that. Okay, then okay, I told you about this. Then you get inside this application, and means inside this appliance, and for this appliance you have map button and this button, this Docker button. You have seen this. Schedule also I have told you. You get history as well, that how many times and how often do you mop, and what is the entire record. So if you check all the task records, then all the records of that particular task come up. Okay, now other than that, if you go inside your appliance, then there is a setting at the top as well. Now this is pretty interesting, because here in the device setting, you can choose which unit of measure should be there for area. I'm using square foot. You can share this device with your family members also. You can locate your robot. It's going to call out. Yeah, it says robot is here. You can restart it, you can reset the network, you can unpair it. Privacy means whether you want to upload the logs to their website or not, Narwal website or not. Firmware, of course, you put it on auto update, so that as soon as a new update comes, it automatically gets installed. Cleaning, you can say that you wash the mops every 86 square feet. See, it has come out and is going to clean that part. 86 square feet or 108 square feet or 129 square feet, or you wash the mop by the room. So after completing one room, it is going to wash the mop. Okay, so you can choose as per your liking. I usually like 86 square feet. Edge mode. So whenever you start anything, you start with the edge. So that is what it is, and it is already in the edge mode. I am turning on the light for you. It does not require light. So it is going to clean only this much patch, as you can see, only this much patch. Okay. So it covers the edge like this, so that brushing happens, but the corner never happens properly. That's my problem. See, the corner over here, this little arc is left. Okay, that particular section is left, and to cover that you have to pay 95,000 rupees to Dreamy. Dreamy X40 is the model. There this brush comes out while it covers the edge, and also this mop also comes out here. For covering the edge, it basically turns like this towards the edge, and it keeps doing it. It goes forward, does like this, it goes forward, does like this. So it takes longer to clean the edge. In Dreamy X40, it just elongates its leg, whatever it is called, that mop, and it just goes forward like this, tick 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 tick. The entire edge gets cleaned up nicely. But it was 25,000 costlier than this, so I did not go for it. Now if you see, it goes under the furniture very well. There is almost 1 centimeter gap also, margin. Okay, it's cleaning it well. It takes a lot of efforts for humans to do the same, but being a machine, it's able to do it very well. Okay, I hope it goes around the obstacle as well. So now you will see why it has that side lidar, so that it can go around the corner like this. Okay, it goes around the corner. It keeps a proper distance, almost 1 centimeter distance from the obstacle, and it goes around it. I guess that is done. Another obstacle, will you go around it? Well, I'm happy with whatever work you did. See, wherever you have this kind of pipes and all, you try to have narrow them down, cut the excess part, and it will be better. If the pipes are hanging around, then it will get entangled in the pipe, or it will leave the pipe part, and that will never get cleaned. Similarly, if you have this kind of fade ko kya kehte hain English mein. So this is not an English concept only. They don't use it only. So if you have anything like this, then you have to hang it so that it does not get in the way of cleaning.
Self-cleaning started.
Okay, now I guess I have covered everything except the dustbin. So let this mop cleaning happen, and after that I'll explain you about its dustbin. So basically it comes with a fixed dustbin which can last you for 7 weeks, because basically what it does is it compresses all the dirt in one corner of the dustbin. This is a proprietary thing of Narwhal. No other company does that, but all the Freo models of Narwhal do this, and it is an excellent thing. And that's the reason why this dock does not have any dust bag, bigger dust bag. Why? Because that smaller dust bag itself lasts you 7 weeks. And it also comes with 3 replaceable dust bags. They are made up of plastic. You can replaceable means use and throw kind of dust bag. So Western people usually use that use and throw thing. I would normally prefer a solid dust bag which can last me for years, so that my money gets saved. And this was also a consideration while buying this, because Dreamy.
Mop drying started.
Don't do anything, just come out. Yeah, because Dreamy X40 had this kind of a big dust bag inside the dock, and my problem was that, see, it must be really costly, because once that is full, then you'll have to keep on purchasing it again and again, and that's what I didn't want. So that's also a consideration while buying Narwhal, because it does not add to any excess cost. So this is magnetic lid. There are so many magnets over here, so you can easily lift it up. Here is the dust bag. So just put your 2 fingers over here and lift it like this. It does not press this button. This button is important because if you press this button, then this lid is going to come off, and means in that direction actually, and all the dust is going to fall down. So this is very clever that it does not get pressed while you're pulling it out. It does not get pressed. Okay. And now, as I told you, all the dust gets collected in one side, on one side. And best way is to loosen it a bit. Loosen it up. Yeah, it is loosened up now. Okay. Now once it is loose, then you take it to the dustbin and you just press this button. So what I normally do is I hold it up like this and I just press this button so that it falls down, and then I keep holding like this and I just close it like this. Done. So I do not have to touch anywhere, and even this the Western people don't like doing even this much. Anyways, this is called as HEPA filter. Almost every big company gives you HEPA filter only. It is made up of paper. It is the same filter that is there in your car's AC as well. So if you realize you must be driving the car on very dusty roads, but that dust never enters your car, even if you allow the air from outside to come inside. So it must be getting filtered somewhere, right? So this is HEPA filter. It's made up of paper. It's the best quality filter that is known to mankind, I guess. Okay, so that's how it is. Yeah, I think I've covered everything. Small little things are there you can investigate on your own. Like for example, this is where the dust comes in from, and this is where it is sucked in furthermore, and that is why here you have that HEPA filter. Now if you take this HEPA filter out, then there should have been a sponge filter followed by a mesh filter, but here it only has a small little nylon filter. It's not even a filter actually, it's just a nylon thing, and that's what I didn't like. So you see a small little, okay, let me show it to you. So the quality of filter is not so good. See, after the HEPA filter, they just have this nylon thing, you know, this thing they have. This is your machhardani wala kapda. Okay, they have just cut some part of it, and that's how chippo they have become. So Narwhal is chippo in a few cases, but yeah, Dreamy company is not like that. Dreamy is like, oh my god, it's like dream come true, but the money is also like that, you know, it will cost you like 1 lakh rupees. Another big thing about this is these magnets. I love this, all these magnets, and you know, they hold it well in place. And don't remove this because you'll be needing it to remove the lid. Okay, so you place it like this, magnets hold it in place, and whenever you want to remove it again, pull this thing, it comes out. Very simple, very nice. I told you about the bumper. Anything else? Yeah, let me also tell you about this tray. You can take this tray out and you can wash it if you want, but only if you really want to clean it thoroughly, because otherwise in the app also it gives an option to clean this tray. So you don't have to physically clean anything except maybe these tracks, but even they get cleaned as it goes in and out. So the mop is there and that brush is there. Sometimes it rotates that brush. So see here, you will see the markings of rotating brush. So automatically that also gets cleaned. Okay, I hope I'm not losing out on any other feature, but if you feel like you want to know more about this machine or any other machine, RoboVax in general, then I made an extensive research just because I had to buy something. So do let me know. I love to help you out. And until next time, this is Amit signing off. Jai Shri Ram. Thank you so much for seeing the video till the end. It does mean a lot to me. Could you also please see the video description? It has index, link to the study material, and also if I've shown any products in this video, then the purchase links to those products. The comment section is open for your suggestions and also for your doubts. I always answer to the first 100 comments on every single video. If you want to support my work, here's my QR code or my UPI ID is amit.shirasav@UPI. Until next time, This is Amit signing off. Jai Shri Ram.